I think I know why people give up hope, because they believe that the past or what's happened in their past will dictate their future. Whereas the reality is that the past is in the past. It's gone, it's finished. And now is all you have. The future, it may come, but the future actually never comes, because by the time you get to the future, it's this moment. I think that's why people give up hope, because if you have hope, then you can let go of whatever's happened in the future, and you can say, okay, my actions that I take today, what I think about today, will determine what happens in the future, not actually what happened yesterday, or last year, or the year before that, or in the last 10 years. Have a think about that. It's powerful. And it makes me think about the video that I did a number of weeks ago, and I'll link to it up here, where I lost one of my biggest clients, and I still haven't replaced that client. I've had a lot of other smaller jobs that have come along since then, and I've got one opportunity that I will find out next week, hopefully, and I'm not going to talk any more about that or mention the person who helped make that happen, but I'm so grateful. And when that does happen, I'll let you know. But when I made that video, I was in a bit of despair. I'd lost some hope, because I was thinking about, this is what's occurred in the past, so this is probably what's going to happen in the future. See, quantum physics even says otherwise. We're in this quantum entangled world where everything is connected to everything else. And physicists have proved that the outcome of our experiment is affected by the observer. So the very fact that someone is observing the experiment affects the outcome. That's quantum physics. That's not speculation or anything like that. That's actually proven. So play that forward. What you think about is likely going to come to pass. And you think about everything that's around here, this building, this apartment that I'm in. But once this was just a thought. It was in somebody's mind. They decided, we're going to build an apartment building there, but there was nothing there at all. It was just in their head. And then they got a whole bunch of people enrolled. They got the developer, they got the architect, they got the builders, they got all these people enrolled in the idea, and there was more people that then saw that idea was something that they could bring into fruition. And then sooner or later, there's the apartment building. I was thinking about people who have deep depression, and hope really applies to those people, because they've given up hope. They don't believe in hope anymore. That's why they've fallen into that depression. And all it takes, I think, is one little chink in that depression, which is to allow yourself to think that maybe something different could happen. I know one thing's for sure, if you keep doing the same thing, then you're probably going to get the same result. Change one action, something different will occur. And the other thing about hope, maybe it's related, is that when you're in a bind, when you're in a bit of a mess, something's occurred that you're not really enjoying, you've got to be willing to, I think, speak about it and reach out about it. I think that's the value of therapists, right? Because you speak to them, whatever's going on, and the action of speaking actually means that it somehow makes it better. It helps you transform whatever it is that's going on. So that's what I learned when I made that video 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was just talking about my experience, and I wasn't doing that with the intention of, this is what will happen if I actually speak about this. But as it turns out, there's a lot of people who had ideas for me. And a lot of those ideas I've implemented. And then somebody actually contacted me and said, hey, we could do with someone with your skills. Are you still looking for work? And who knows where that will lead. That could very well lead to me having a full-time position, the flexibility to keep doing my content creation, keep my other existing clients, a much better position than what I've ever been in the last few years. And even if it doesn't work out, it was just an illustration that if you actually put yourself out there a little bit, even just a little, something can occur. You can change the outcome just by taking a different action. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Rod. This is the Dishwashing Philosopher segment. It's actually the brainchild of one of the people in my community, Melissa. I did this one time where I was talking while doing the dishes, and she said, can you do that again? At one stage I thought I might have to stop doing it, because somebody had a bit of a go at me about thinking it was a bit pretentious. I had to get a bit of a thicker skin and realize that a lot of the time when people are hating on you, it just means that, no, I learned something about haters actually. It was something that Alex Hormozy said. he said that what he thought about haters totally changed when somebody said to him, I think somebody said to him, that the reason why people are hating on you is because you remind them of the fact that they've given up. What do you think about that? So then if I go back to that hater who almost derailed me from doing this segment or doing stuff with my channel, maybe they're in a bit of a dark spot, or they saw me doing something that they have been thinking about doing or wanted to do, or just decided that they didn't want to do it, or in any case, it just reminded them of the fact that they'd given up. And maybe they've given up with something else as well. But that idea did give me some, I guess, impetus to keep going. The other thing is when you get haters, when you do something, you get haters, people hating on you, I think you're going in the right direction. Because when you're small and you're growing, there's a lot of people that are going to get behind you and say, good for you. But when you get bigger, those same people get reminded that it's something that they wanted to do, or something that they wish they would do. But they either don't have the courage, they don't think they can do it, or they're apathetic, or they're just in a bad place. I'm not trying to be mean to those people. There's all kinds of reasons why people say mean things. Anyway, I haven't even started the dishes yet, but get on with it. Oh, lost the plug. Oh, there it is. A few episodes ago, I mentioned I've got another channel, my woo-woo channel. It's called Untethered Consciousness. And something really unexpected has happened there. It's really started to take off. Actually, two things have happened. See, it's funny how if you persist and take actions that you're pretty sure are going to result in some sort of success, it can take a while, but things happen, right? So all of a sudden, a couple of the videos that I posted a while ago have been picked up by the YouTube algorithm, and now it's going crazy, and we're adding like 130 subscribers a day. Whereas this channel, this one here, Stay Strong, Live Long, is probably adding about 5 to 10. So it's a big difference. And the other channel is monetized. So all of a sudden I've gone from about $30 a month of income to, I think it'll be about 500. Still small, right? But it's a big jump from one month to the next. So this channel here, Stay Strong, Live Long, isn't actually monetized yet, even though I've got well and truly enough subscribers. And once it is, would you guys be interested in me talking about how long it took, what the monetization process involves, how much money I actually make? I can take you through when I started, what I did, etc. Is that something that would be of interest? Do you want me to do a segment like that about how much money I make on YouTube? Because at the moment, I don't make any from this channel, but I soon will. And I know a lot of people are wanting to do things on YouTube. Speaking of which, I've been working with a number of people, just doing sort of one-off consultations for them to help them get their YouTube channel going. And that's been really great. And my observation is, for anyone that's wanting to start, is the most important thing is to upload, like just to be consistent. Even if it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once a day, it doesn't really matter. I think it's really important that you get into a rhythm and be consistent. And I'm saying that, and I'm not always consistent. Like I always do a weekly live stream. I aim to do one of these once a week, a couple of shorts. And sometimes I don't hit that mark, but if you are wanting to get somewhere, the practice is important. There's a saying which is practice makes perfect, and it's actually perfect practice makes perfect. And the only way you can get to perfect practice is to start off with practice that isn't perfect. You keep practicing, you get better. And then you can do perfect practice. So how's your day been? How's your week been? What about your month? What about this? What about the year? It's been a hell of a year, isn't it? Man, I can't believe how many things have changed this year. Isn't it funny how we as humans, we like to categorize things? So we go, oh, I've had a bad year, or I've had a good year. Is there anything that's really bad or good? I guess some things are. But a lot of the time it is just perspective. Sometimes things happen that you might label as bad, but they actually turn out to be really good. I had a complete financial collapse about 3 years ago. I had a business at one stage that I used to make a lot of money from. I pivoted one too many times. A competitor came onto the market that I ignored. I hung on to staff, a team of people that I'd built over a number of years for far too long when things started to go south, and everything completely collapsed. And at the time, I thought my life was over. I thought that was an absolute disaster. But when I look back now, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have started in the game of content creation. I absolutely love it. It's such good fun. And especially now that I'm getting better, but I wouldn't have done it unless that had occurred. So That bad situation was actually a critical turning point. And I'm 100% sure that I'll look back in a number of years and go, just imagine what my life would have been like if that hadn't occurred. I might still be running that business, which would probably be okay, but had a lot of challenges since then, but also some things have gone right too. So if you've had something pretty adverse occur and it's been fairly recent, it might still feel like it's bad. That was a bad event. That was really bad. But stick in there. Just remember, yesterday, the past, it's all gone. All you've got is today. That's it, this moment. Make the most of this moment. Leave the past behind. Haven't talked about the carnivore diet at all, right? I know that's what some of you are here for. I think I'm on about day 110, 115. It's just a way of life now. I've actually got a birthday party I'm going to. It's a friend's 40th birthday party. I'll definitely be going off the reservation for that birthday party, but that's okay. I'll just get back on it again on Monday. I've slipped off the wagon a couple of times, but I don't really look at it as like a big deal because 99.9% of the time, I just follow the carnivore protocol and I feel great. And I'll probably have a couple of drinks on the weekend. Might not feel the best the next day, but it's not every day someone has a 40th. You know, I think this video here is a good one for you to watch next. Or you could hit the like button down there somewhere else. Or click subscribe. Or you could do all three if you like. Yeah, that video there, that's a good one for you. You should check it out. You gonna have a look? See you later.